Now, the first grain ship to have sailed from a Ukrainian-controlled port since Russia invaded the country back in February has been undergoing inspection in Turkish waters. The Sierra Leone-flagged cargo vessel Razoni is waiting north of the Bosphorus Strait. It's been inspected for prohibited goods in a joint operation involving Russian, Ukrainian, Turkish and UN officials. The ship is carrying 26,000 tons of grain and it's bound for Lebanon. Let's now talk to Ola Girin in Istanbul. Ola, thank you very much for joining us. So first, tell us about this inspection. What did it involve? I understand it may have just concluded.
Yes, it has concluded. The inspectors were on board the MV Razoni for about an hour and a half. We were given pictures by Turkey's Defence Ministry showing the team of about 20 people on board the vessel wearing hard hats. I should say that the media were not allowed access to the ship. In fact, we were warned by the Defence Ministry to stay well away. It seems like the inspection was very straightforward, and we've been told by the Defence Ministry that the ship is now expected to carry on soon to its final destination, which is the port of Tripoli in Lebanon. Now, this is just one vessel, one cargo load of corn. The UN has said, in fact, it's a cargo of two commodities in short supply, corn and hope. But the passage of this ship has been watched carefully around the world, from its departure through mine-laden waters in Ukraine, across the Black Sea, now to Turkey, and of course the final leg will be to Lebanon. And the point of all of this is it is a trial run to see if this complicated, complex agreement that has been put in place to enable the resumption of grain exports from Ukraine can actually work. Now, officials in Ukraine are cautioning against the idea that there is going to be a flood of vessels in the next few days. They've been speaking about perhaps 5 ships sailing over the next fortnight. But the UN is saying there are a total of 27 vessels which are basically tied up in Ukraine's Black Sea ports, which already have contracts in place and which are ready to go. So the hope will be that this will lead to a resumption of ships sailing, but we're not expecting anything on the level that was in place before the war actually broke out.
So, Ola, still 27 ships there, as you say, that need to make this journey. What sort of indication have we gotten from the process today about how positive officials are that this will continue to work?
Well, this has been smooth. I mean, this has worked exactly as it was laid out on paper. The ship managed to leave the Ukrainian Black Sea port. It was guided out by Ukrainian vessels because those waters are mined. They were mined by the Ukrainians to guard against an invasion by Russia from the sea. That part worked smoothly. There were a lot of paperwork issues to resolve, insurance and so on. And then the go-ahead had to be given by a coordination centre here in Istanbul, which is manned by a joint team from all the parties. So that's the warring parties, Russia and Ukraine, and Turkey and the UN. So every step was carefully plotted, and there were some delays with this vessel actually setting sail. But now, if you like, the route has been proven. There has been one successful sailing so far, and we expect things to be smooth from here on out and for the MV Razoni to reach Lebanon. But that is simply one ship. And in recent days, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has said, look, we have to take a wait-and-see approach. It's too early for celebrations. And it would be a mistake to have the idea that Russia is simply going to stop trying to disrupt Ukrainian grain exports.